Hi. I wanted to talk about the grieving process. And when you lose someone, I lost my sister. It's been 16 years since she's passed away. I'm here at the cemetery. I would move the camera, but there are some people paying respects to a gravesite very close to my sister's. So I'm sitting in the car for now and giving them their privacy. But I was thinking about how the grief of losing her has morphed to how I pay my respects now, and I enjoy coming here. But when she first passed away, I didn't drive at the time, and the cemetery is about 45 minutes from where I live, and it wasn't easy to get to the cemetery. And I had one friend, still have that friend, but one friend in particular who's an angel, and she told me, anytime you want to go, I'll bring you, just call me. And she did. There were times where it was hard knowing that my sister was at a cemetery that was so far away. Excuse me. And I struggled with leaving. And I would be home and think about how she's at the graveyard. And it was hard for me. That was really hard. I don't feel that way anymore. I know I don't have to come here to honor and show appreciation for her, but I like coming here. All right, the people have left. So it's very, very beautiful. Let me see, where are we? Oh, she's on this side. The camera's a little funky, but it's very beautiful, and I sit in front of her headstone, and I usually bring something with me that I leave, and I'm going to show you what I have today. My sister's name is Eileen, which I have tattooed here. Hold on. It's under the bracelet. So, can you see it? It's so bad, my ankle. But my lovely daughter made a bracelet with my sister's name on it for me. And as I was driving here, I noticed that it was on my little drive stick thing. And I was like, oh, perfect. I can leave that there. But yeah, I reflected a lot on how hard it was for me to come here, and all the emotions that are involved with just being hard coming here. And I wanted to share, because when you're in it, it's like you never know when it'll lessen its grip on you. And when the grip gets loose and you're not grieving so bad and the emotions aren't so overwhelming, I don't think you notice, because it's growth. As I just said this, I just saw a big swarm of birds fly low and then go all the way up. So that's another reason why I love coming here, because it's so quiet, so peaceful, and it gives me the time to really appreciate these really small things in life that are just very prominent when you're here. And when I first pulled up, there was a little bird that was just sitting on the grass, right? And its head was facing the tombstone. So that's what first made me not get out of my car. I didn't want to scare the bird away. I did wind up taking a picture, but that's just for my own memory. There's been times I've come here and I've seen baby deer, which I've only seen it once, but they were like frolicking around as soon as I pulled into the entrance of the cemetery. So that particular day, I was like, oh, wow. It just set this fun and loving kind of mood. Um, so, yeah, for anybody who's lost someone, we all grieve different. Excuse me. And I'm not saying, like, how I process the grief is everybody's way, but I just want to share because I've come so far and I still love her the same. I still always think about how life would be if she was still a part of my life and we were able to have spent these extra years together since she's been gone. Yeah, and as I get older, I'm older than she is when she passed away. I'm actually 10 years older now from when she passed away. And she was 6 years older than me. That's why I was like, wow, it's been 16 years. And that's another thing. So a lot of times when I try to think of how long my sister's been gone, it would be hard it kind of always was hard for me to count and try to think of how many years it was, because it was just hard. It felt like years were not adequate to explain the feeling of her being gone, like counting it by years. And when I reached the 10-year mark of her passing and realized it was 10 years, that hit me like a ton of bricks, because I was like, wow, 10 years. Like, I remember when she first passed away, I would think, what is my future going to look like? What is life going to be like without her in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And I think that's just part of that process of understanding that someone's no longer with us in the physical world. But my sister's always with me. I probably don't make as many videos as I should on that aspect. But yeah, I have a beautiful bond with her even now. And I know she's always with me, and it's not just a phrase, it's so much more than that. Like, the words are just so minimal in comparison to the actual meaning behind it. But for anybody who's lost someone, just know that as time goes on, you won't struggle as bad. You won't have triggers as bad. I love coming here because it reminds me that whatever I'm going through in life is not that bad, because I'm still here. And I'm still able to drive here and, pay my respects. So I send everybody love, and thank you for hearing me out.